Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Today, we are diving into a fascinating and mind-boggling topic that may seem absurd at first glance but carries significant implications for economics, currency, and even human behavior. Imagine a single 1-cent coin skyrocketing in value to an astonishing $78 million due to various errors and mistakes that occurred during its production. How could something so seemingly trivial become so exceptionally valuable? Well, join me as we explore the intricacies surrounding this bizarre situation, uncover the history, and delve into the nuances that make this particular 1-cent piece a cause for fascination among collectors, historians, and financial analysts alike. The story begins in the year 2015, a year that witnessed several noteworthy events in the world of numismatics, but it was not until the revelation of a particular era coin that both avid collectors and casual enthusiasts would come to associate the price of a penny with millions rather than mere cents. Let's break down the details, starting with the concept of coin minting errors, sometimes deemed as the unintentional artistry of coin production, where mistakes occur during the striking process, potentially rendering them extraordinarily rare and valuable. The primary types of errors can include misprints, the presence of double strikes, off-center strikes, or even coins made of incorrect metal composition. Each of these errors amplifies the coin's uniqueness and, consequently, its collectability. In the case of the 2015 1-cent coin that we are analyzing, it was a combination of mistakes that made it highly sought after, beginning with an unintentional overminting where the coin was struck multiple times, resulting in a unique design that does not match the standard minting specifications. This specific error was not just a marginal deviation, rather, it created a visually striking and undeniably rare collectible that caught the eye of many in the numismatic community. Another key aspect contributing to the astounding valuation was the remarkable story behind its discovery. The coin was unearthed during a routine appraisal by a coin dealer who recognized the rarity of what he had encountered. Initially dismissed as just an ordinary penny, the dealer soon became aware of the intricacies that differentiated this coin from the others. In coin collecting, provenance is critical. The history of ownership and discovery can enhance the value significantly, and this particular penny had a thrilling narrative that attracted attention from all corners of the collecting world. As word spread about its existence and rarity, it became a subject of discussion at coin shows and forums online, leading to further speculation about its potential value. Collectors began to imagine the possibilities of acquiring such a remarkable artifact, emboldened by the knowledge that rare minting errors frequently sell for astonishing prices at auction. The 2015 1-cent coin with its $78 million valuation essentially serves as a benchmark of sorts, drawing attention not just to its own value but also to the fascinating world of error coins. This valuation also sparked conversations around economic trends, inflation, and the shifting perceptions of value in a world driven heavily by rarity and demand. When we consider what makes a coin like this 1-cent piece valuable beyond its face value, it's essential to factor in the concept of scarcity versus demand. In the realm of collectibles, the fewer items available can dramatically inflate the worth of an object, especially when demand rises in tandem with newfound recognition or a storied past. The rarity of error coins is what drives many collectors to spend significant sums to acquire them, often predicated on the belief that their value will continue to appreciate over time. As various organizations and individuals began to weigh in on the reasoning behind the dramatic price tag associated with the 2015 penny, several experts illustrated the necessity of looking at past auction results of similarly rare coins to gauge worth effectively. The comparisons drew fascinating parallels, often involving pieces that sold for millions based on singular rare characteristics, leading to discussions about market behaviors, collector psychology, and economic principles that govern such sales. The unpredictability of the market for collectibles can be bewildering. A slight uptick in demand or a shift in public perception can send prices soaring, particularly for unique pieces like the 2015 1-cent coin. Another aspect worth exploring is the notion of cultural relevance and how societal narratives can elevate everyday items into symbols of wealth or investment. Throughout history, Coins have served not just as a medium of exchange but also as a reflection of societal values, economic conditions, and cultural shifts. The 2015 penny embodies a unique convergence of history and potential, as it exists at the intersection of nostalgia for a simpler past and fascination with a future driven by speculative investments. As collectors and investors delve deeper into discussing the nuances surrounding the valuation of this unique coin, the virtual currency community also began to take note. The rise of cryptocurrencies and digital investments has shifted the landscape of what constitutes value in our modern economy. Some enthusiasts began to liken the story of the 1-cent coin to emerging digital assets, drawing parallels between traditional collecting practices and the speculative nature of digital currency investments. The juxtaposition of a humble penny worth tens of millions highlighted the potential volatility and unpredictable nature of value assignment in both realms. Moreover, the notion of investing in a coin brings with it a level of emotional engagement that digital assets often lack. A coin carries with it a tactile, physical presence that connects collectors to history in a way that pixels on a screen may never replicate. The growing conversations around the 2015 penny became a cultural phenomenon, fostering interest not just in the piece itself but in the broader conversation about what drives individuals to invest in such artifacts. As viewers and collectors tuned in to learn more about the intricacies of numismatics and the tangled web of human psychology that fuels collector behavior, it became clear that this story served as more than just a curiosity. It became a lesson in economics, human behavior, and contemporary culture. With the backdrop of a thriving hobby landscape, where enthusiasts networked and shared their findings, the lore surrounding the elusive penny continued to unfold, drawing in newcomers and seasoned collectors alike. Each auction, news segment, or social media post added another layer to the narrative, transforming the tale of the 2015 1-cent coin from an obscure era to a centerpiece of contemporary collecting culture. Audiences, both virtual and in person, began engaging with the idea of valuation based on rarity not solely in monetary form but also through sentimental value. Individuals shared their own stories of unique finds, fostering a sense of community among collectors and igniting conversations around what drives people to pursue the thrill of the hunt in the world of collectibles. The rise of online marketplaces also played a pivotal role in broadening the base of interested collectors. With platforms enabling ease of access to various numismatic items, including era coins, a burgeoning generation of collectors emerged eager to investigate the possibilities offered by these remarkable pieces of history. As discussions about the 2015 1-cent coin converged with broader themes of accessibility and the evolution of collecting practices, it became increasingly relevant to consider future possibilities for such artifacts in a rapidly changing financial environment. As innovations in technology continue to transform our understanding of currency and value chains, it's essential to ponder the potential trajectory era coins might take in forthcoming years. Will traditional collecting retain its allure, or will advancing technological frameworks push these artifacts into obscurity? The investment behaviors surrounding the 2015 1-cent coin may well provide insights into the evolution of currency appreciation in the modern age, highlighting the delicate dance between market demand and emotional involvement that defines the realm of collectibles. As we wrap up today's exploration of how a 1-cent piece could be valued at an astronomical $78 million, we invite you to reflect on the intricate relationships that weave together our perceptions of worth, history, and the factors that compel individuals to seek out such remarkable items. This one-era coin is not merely a monetary symbol but rather a canvas reflecting the narratives, trends, and principles that shape our understanding of value itself. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the extraordinary world of numismatics, and we look forward to sharing more captivating stories and insights into realms that pique your curiosity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging content that explores the intersections of economics, culture, and the intriguing stories that often go unnoticed in our everyday lives. Next 2011 1-cent USA coin. Today we'll delve into an astonishing story that might just change the way you perceive value, economics, and collectibles forever. Imagine finding a single 1-cent coin that could potentially be worth an earth-shattering $66 million. Yes, you heard that right, $66 million for something that originally carried the mere face value of a cent. This scenario is far from fiction. It's a captivating reality that stems from a combination of errors and mistakes during the minting process of the 2011 1-cent coin. Today, we will unravel the series of incidents that produced this infamous collectible, examine the context in which these errors occurred, and explore the reasons that have led to such a dramatic increase in valuation. Understanding the factors that contribute to the worth of a minting error begins with a fundamental principle of numismatics. The rare occurrence of manufacturing mistakes can yield coins that are highly sought after by collectors. In our case, the 2011 1-cent coin has captured the attention of enthusiasts and investors alike, driven by a series of unique and extraordinary flaws. To start, let us discuss what constitutes an error coin. The world of numismatics embraces a variety of mistakes, including, but not limited to, misprints, off-center strikes, double strikes, and even coins created from incorrect metal compositions. Each of these errors creates a one-of-a-kind collectible that can dramatically increase in value over time, particularly in an industry where the rarity of an item is directly correlated with its desirability among collectors. The 2011 1-cent coin in question is no exception. It features an array of mistakes that make it extraordinarily rare. What initially seemed like an average batch of coins soon became a topic of intrigue when numismatic experts discovered that during the minting of these pennies, a series of unusual malfunctions had occurred, leading to particularly notable errors in the design and inscription on the coins. The most significant fault was a misalignment during the minting process that resulted in a striking misalignment between the obverse and reverse sides of the coin, giving it a distinct look that certainly deviated from the standard design. These errors often catch the eye of collectors because they represent a departure from the expected, a deviation from the norm that is emblematic of human oversight in an otherwise meticulously controlled environment. As the numismatic community began to recognize the unusual characteristics of the 2011 1-cent coin, its desirability surged, reflecting the growing interest in error coins among investors and collectors. Furthermore, numismatic history shows that collectors tend to chase after coins that emerge from specific years or minting conditions, especially those that come with a story behind them. In the case of the 2011 penny, the unusual circumstances surrounding its errors created not just a collector's item but also a significant piece of numismatic lore. To dive deeper into what makes this particular penny so valuable, we must also consider the concept of provenance, or the history of ownership of the coin. The moment that the flawed coin made its way into the hands of a savvy investor or a seasoned collector, the narrative surrounding it began to flourish. As people examined the provenance and shared their findings, the intrigue continued to build around this remarkably flawed piece, manifesting into an underground buzz that echoed through coin shows, online forums, and social media platforms. The allure of owning such a peculiar item became a quest for many collectors, leading some to invest exorbitant sums in acquiring one of these error coins. The word scarcity plays a crucial role in the valuation of collectibles, particularly error coins. When something is perceived as scarce or unique, demand often drives up its perceived value. In the world of coin collecting, a limited number of coins, especially ones carrying notable minting errors, can achieve astonishing prices at auctions. As collectors and investors saw the potential for skyrocketing value, more attention was directed towards finding and securing these pennies before they became too valuable to acquire. The brief surge of interest in the 2011 1-cent coin created truly high stakes, drawing in buyers who were both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby. Many began comparing the penny's pricing with past auction results for rare coins, examining the sale of similar error coins, which had sold for millions as well. The $66 million sticker price, though mind-boggling, began to feel somewhat plausible when placed within the context of market trends and past auction prices for unique numismatic items. As interest grew, discussions began to cover the correlation between the rarity of error coins and the broader financial principles driving such markets. Value assignment in collectibles can be unpredictable. An item's worth can rise or fall based on public interest and the cultural currency of the time. Events like coin shows, exhibitions, and even viral social media posts can significantly influence opinions on the desirability of specific numismatic items, further pushing prices to unimaginable heights. The narrative surrounding the 2011 penny became a captivating focal point for collectors eager to share their discoveries and experiences. It's crucial to recognize that owning such a coin comes with a unique sense of excitement and a connection to history that extends far beyond mere monetary value. Collectors often find joy in uncovering the stories behind their coins, connecting these artifacts with broader historical narratives and personal experiences. When faced with an object that possesses a fascinating backstory, such as the 2011 1-cent penny, collectors often experience an emotional investment that transcends the financial implications. The allure of owning a piece of history often drives individuals to participate in the ongoing quest to unearth items that tell a compelling narrative, further enriching their passion for collecting. The monetization of history in the form of era coins like the 2011 penny also raises intriguing questions about the future of currency and what it might look like in the decades to come. As we advance into an increasingly digital world, where cryptocurrency and digital transactions are becoming the new norm, the future relevance of tangible coins like the penny remains uncertain. However, the collectability of coins ensures that items such as the 2011 1-cent piece will continue to captivate our fascination in the ever-changing landscape of finance. In contemplating the trajectory of value in collectibles, we also observe trends emerging from an ever-evolving marketplace. Online platforms have made it easier than ever for collectors to exchange and pursue rare items, fostering a community dedicated to this ancient hobby resuscitated through modern technology. No longer bound to brick-and-mortar shops or local coin shows, collectors can now broaden their search and find bidders worldwide, accelerating the pace at which collectibles appreciate, drastically altering conventional ideas of market flow. Furthermore, developments in technology, such as advanced imaging techniques and preservation methods, allow for better evaluation and authentication of era coins, leading to increased trust and confidence in the marketplace. This ultimately serves to further elevate the status of era coins like the 2011 1-cent piece as desirable artifacts that stand the test of time. Collectors who invest in coins now often do so with an eye toward the future, considering not just the current valuation but also what their investments may be worth decades down the line. Speculative behavior in the numismatic market mirrors that seen in other forms of investment, a reflection of human nature itself. As collectors share information, insight, and excitement around coins like the 2011 penny, they create an interconnected web of exchange that ultimately fuels further interest and speculation. To illustrate the passion surrounding the 2011 penny, we explore how social media platforms have transformed the ways in which enthusiasts connect with one another. Online forums dedicated to discussing rare coins and era coins have blossomed into vibrant communities, becoming central hubs for like-minded individuals to share experiences and discoveries related to numismatics. Enthusiasts often flock to these platforms to showcase their own found treasures, seeking validation and camaraderie in their shared pursuit of rare items. As stories circulate, they attract both experienced collectors and new entrants drawn to the thrill of the hunt, fueling discussions about the possibilities lying in wait for those who take the time to investigate their own coins. The excitement even extends to broader audiences, as captivating tales of unexpected windfalls find their way into mainstream media outlets, drawing curious onlookers' attention toward the world of collecting. The combination of the internet's reach and the compelling narratives around coins creates a perfect storm for the values of these artifacts to rise. As stories surrounding the 2011 1-cent coin circulate and gain traction, even those who may have no prior interest in coin collecting may find themselves drawn into the intrigue, pondering how a single coin can hold such immense value. Bringing this discussion full circle, it's important to remember that the convergence of economics, social behaviors, and history serves as the backbone of the world of collectibles, illustrating that value extends far beyond monetary figures. This $66 million penny isn't simply a testament to human error. It's a symbol of the fascinating interplay between our desire for connection to history and the drive to find value in seemingly last 1986 D1 USA coin. We explore some of the most compelling stories in the world of collectibles and beyond. Today, we are diving into an extraordinary and almost surreal topic that might just blow your mind: a 1-cent coin, the 1986 D penny, that has gained an unbelievable valuation of $61 million due to a series of remarkable errors and mistakes during its minting process. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent is now worth an astonishing $61 million. This story captivates not only numismatists and collectors but also anyone curious about the concepts of value, rarity, and the unexpected consequences of human error. So, what exactly makes this particular penny so unique and desirable? To understand the significance of the 1986 D penny's valuation, we must first delve into the intricate world of minting errors and the variables that contribute to a coin's worth. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and the result can be a coin that significantly deviates from the intended design, leading to a piece that is far more interesting and valuable than its regular counterparts. The types of errors can be varied, ranging from double strikes, off-center strikes, or even the use of incorrect metal compositions, each of which can dramatically enhance a coin's rarity and desirability among collectors. In the case of the 1986 D penny, a combination of these factors came into play, resulting in an extraordinary collectible born out of mere happenstance. It all began when the minting facility in Denver, known as the Denver Mint, manufactured the 1986 D penny, which carried the image of Abraham Lincoln, as most pennies do. However, during the production and striking process, a series of anomalies went unnoticed, creating a unique set of circumstances that would ultimately lead to the penny's astronomical valuation years later. Initially, the penny appeared to be just another standard issue. However, savvy collectors began scrutinizing the coins closely and discovered significant misalignments in the design, caused by errors during the striking phase. These errors created an oddly shaped coin with surfaces that lacked the clean lines typically associated with mint quality, leading to the so-called rambling effect where the design seemed to wiggle wildly across the surface of the coin. But that was not all. One of the most jarring and influential errors on this unique penny was the result of a die that had been damaged and not properly replaced or maintained. As a consequence, the production included coins that appeared to be somewhat ghosted, where parts of the image transferred poorly or were strikingly vague, lending further intrigue to this now infamous penny. Collectors often find such distortions fascinating, as they bear witness to the intersection of chance, skill, and oversight in the minting world. As some collecting aficionados began to take notice of these errors, rumors started to swirl around coin shows and online forums, igniting a fervent interest in the 1986 D penny specifically. Those familiar with the coin collecting scene understood that any coin bearing minting errors could become a coveted item, but a penny carrying such absurdly pronounced flaws would surely captivate collectors seeking to add something exceptional to their portfolios. Thus began the exponential cycle of demand and intrigue, as talk of the penny spread from one collector to another, with many eager to track down this rare piece of minting history and own a part of what could be a legendary investment. As the news of these errors circulated, more collectors became engaged, leading to a surge in prices as buyers competed for the limited quantity of coins exhibiting these unique features. We cannot overlook the role of the numismatic community in heightening the worth of the 1986 D penny as more and more enthusiasts started sharing photographs of their own discoveries or auctioning off their coins online. The collective desire to own a piece of this extraordinary coin quickly found its way into mainstream media, attracting attention from novice investors and seasoned collectors alike, who clearly recognized the potential windfall attached to it. Understanding the astonishing price increase to the remarkable valuation of $61 million requires a closer look at the concept of scarcity in the collectibles market. The rarity of error coins is one of the main driving forces in their value proposition, as fewer items available typically correlate with higher demand. In the case of the 1986 D penny, the combination of visible errors and limited examples available on the market landed this coin on the wish list of many dedicated collectors. It wasn't long before prices began to accelerate, drawing parallels to other high-stakes auctions for unique collectible items that have garnered millions in similar circumstances. Amidst this surge of interest, collectors also began to engage in discussions regarding market valuation and expected future trends for error coins. Drawing upon past results for similar errors, market analysts noted how error coins frequently realize extraordinary auction prices. For many, the valuation of the penny became a hot-button topic of debate, inspiring discussions around the principles of economics, human behavior, and speculative investment. The audacity of a 1-cent coin reaching $61 million stirs curiosity about the factors at play. Speculators and investors alike felt enticed to investigate how this valuation might be reflected across other error coin categories. Would the 1986 D penny maintain its high worth, or might future mint errors yield even more extreme valuations? Such questions prompted a larger discourse around the future of currency and collectibles as societal values shifted and the market experienced significant changes through advancements in technology. As discussions surrounding the 1986 D 1-cent coin continued to unfold, enthusiasts also expressed varied opinions on the emotional dimensions of collecting, sharing testimonials that reflect how coins bridge the gap between finance and personal connection to history. Many collectors cite the rich stories behind specific coins, including the remarkable 1986 D penny, as a driving force behind their passion. This emotional investment fosters a deeper appreciation that surpasses simple monetary worth. Knowing that each error coin holds a narrative enriches the experience of owning such an object and the history it represents. Collectors often share the tales of how they stumbled upon their coins, how they acquired them, and the thrill leading up to their discovery, weaving details into the living tapestry of numismatics that ultimately elevates the perceived value of each piece they possess. Now let us look at the impact of online platforms and social media on the dynamic world of error coin collecting. In a contemporary context, the digitization of numismatics has transformed how collectors access information, learn about minting errors, and trade items. As the 1986 D penny garnered attention, online forums and social media platforms erupted with discussion, creating a global community actively sharing insights and trading terms related to error coins. These platforms provided a space for collectors to showcase their unique finds, leading to greater awareness of the possibilities existing within the numismatic landscape. Emerging collectors, inspired by tales of lucky discoveries, eagerly explored their coin jars and started to examine their collections with newfound intent. This enthusiasm underscores how the world of collectibles remains alive and vibrant, continuously drawing in individuals motivated by the thrill of a chance find. The excitement surrounding the 1986 D penny also intersects with broader discussions regarding the future of currency itself. In an increasingly digital world, where cash transactions are often replaced by electronic payment methods, this iconic penny represents a tangible connection to the past and the evolution of currency. Error coins like the 1986 D serve as a reminder of the importance of history and physical artifacts in understanding our financial past. As currency transitions, items that carry deep-rooted narratives become even more valuable, providing insight into the socio-economic context of their time, thus driving up their significance and desirability. The 1986 D 1-cent coin exemplifies how history and timelessness inform our perception of value. Collectors engage with artifacts not merely as investments, but as cultural touchstones anchoring them in a world that is constantly shifting. When collectors become connected to their coins, their value often transcends mere monetary terms. They become storytellers, weaving their appreciation for history and shared experience into the larger narrative. As we reflect on the remarkable valuation of the 1986 D penny, we see that the numismatic community is not merely invested in economic value but also in the robust historical conversations that surround these coins. The coins function as pieces of identity, reminding us of shared experiences, nostalgia, and the intricacies of our human story. As we conclude today's exploration into the extraordinary tale of the 1986 D penny, it is vital to appreciate how this seemingly mundane coin has transformed into a phenomenon that captures the imagination and intrigue of a wide variety of stakeholders, from die-hard collectors to speculators to curious onlookers. The intersection of eras, cultural significance, community engagement, and innovation highlights the shifting landscape of value and meaning in modern society. The story of the 1986 D penny is a vibrant illustration of how constant change impacts economics, human relationships, and our understanding of worth. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of numismatics.